It's not. I feel so stupid.
I'm Leland Thurman. I'm here in Austin, Texas with Mark Findlay, aka the Fids. State your name, age, where you're from.
I'm from England. I was born in Penzance in Cornwall. I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 soon.
Who do you ride for?
S&M. Shit luck, maybe.
You better fucking.
And the source, 4 down.
Hi, my name is Fids. I'm a pirate. So, how long you been skating?
I started riding first when I was 11 years old, and then I'd go to the skate parks and hang out. And then all my friends sort of quit, but then I remember this one dude turned up and he did a hand plant in the bowl, and it just blew my mind. And then everybody was sort of skating, and all my BMX friends had stopped, so I just started skating. And then the same sort of thing happened with that, where I just carried on skating, and then all my friends that I was skating with, they just sort of dropped out of it. But I just loved going to the skate park and hanging out with everyone. And then towards that time, I was hanging out more with John Dye and everyone, and then I got another bike and I just started riding more. But then I carried on skating as well. So.
Was you ever sponsored?
Yeah, I got lucky, I guess. I used to skate for Zorlak for about 4 or 5 years.
I was on Instagram. I ain't got time for that shit. Oh, tell us about the first time you ever came to America.
The first time I ever come to America was in, I think, 94, and I come with John Dye. We come over for 3 months, and then that's when I got sponsored by S&M. And really, with that, what sealed the deal wasn't really the BMXing, it was more the skating, really. I went on this trip with the S&M guys to Vegas to film for something, and then me and Mad Dog skated the vert ramp, and I think after that day, sort of sealed the deal on riding for S&M. And then we went on to film BMX Inferno.
One of your signature moves, I know one's a nothing, the other one is something that the people call Fids fingers. Tell us a little bit where that came from.
Well, I guess it started in about 93. I entered the contest, and then instead of just doing a no-hander, I thought it'd be good to just stick my fingers up. For me, it was just more of having fun and just not being the gold medal winner, I just want to have fun and make people laugh. So that's how that come about. And then I guess that was in videos, and then everywhere I went after that, people were just asking to see do this, and then it's just to have fun, man. Really, that's what it all is about.
Tell us about your last trip to Thailand.
So one day I'm there, I'm snorkeling out at sea. I had some of the food obviously, and it's not really agreed with me. So I needed a shit really when I was out at the sea. So I take my board shorts off and I'm trying to tread water and stuff. And then I'm okay, look around, there's no one there. So I just fire out everything that was in me. And man, it was just such a scene, because these fish just come from nowhere, and they're just there and they're just eating it. So I'm swimming, looking behind, there's a shoal of fish, and then within seconds of it coming out, and then they've all eaten it, they're all gone, and it's all calm. And I swim in to tell my girlfriend, because I'm stuck, because I can't believe what's just happened. And so I tell her, and she's so livid, just devastated. But she will go in the porta potty that's there, and then that pipe just goes down to the ocean anyway. So yeah, that was a pretty wild one.
Did your butthole get bitten by these fish?
No, but I did at one point. I was panicking, thinking that they might nibble at my bumhole.
Tell us a little bit about the Oakley National Trails Championship.
Okay, so there was the Oakley Trails Championships. I think that they had an open place for it, so they couldn't just put someone on it, so they wanted to do it fair. I don't know if it was rigged or not. So what they did was they had a poll on the Ride UK site where there was 4 of us, and you had to vote for who you wanted to go have the wildcard spot. I won it somehow and got to go on the Oakley tour, so I was so stoked. Because I haven't really done anything in 10 years or anything. I'm 10 years older than everyone as well. And also, everybody on the Trails Tour is everyone I look up to in Trails. They're the best, Robbo, Mark Moville, all the big guys. So then at one point we went to these one trails, decoy. The local kids were just psyched on me, like, because I'd like do 360, flip them off, and like they were just pumped. And then I was like, I really wanted to do a backflip. That was one of my goals, was when I went to decoy, I knew there was a good jump there to do it, and I hadn't really done it. Obviously, like, my legs were shaking, I was so scared, and I did one and just sort of come up short and got slid off, and the kids were like, they were pumped. And then I did the backflip, pulled it, and then they all like swamped me, and like they were just pumped. But like, you know, I'm older than their mum and dads, which is crazy.
Would you ever have sex with one of their moms?
Probably. You can't rule it out.
Tell us about the Easy Rider Bike Rodeo in Chillicothe, Ohio.
When you think you've seen it all, you so haven't. And then this year I saw a guy in a wheelchair. He had no arms and no legs, and I was just amazed, and like my mind's going crazy about this guy. So I ended up calling him Tommy Torso, because we kept seeing him. And every time I'd keep seeing him, he was doing different activities that he could do in his chair with no arms and no legs. One was smoking. His friends were just kept putting cigarettes in his mouth, and he was smoking and then just spitting them out. And then I saw him drink quite a bit. He'd have like shots of whiskey in there, and he'd just be like, the cup would just be in his mouth because he can't hold it other than his teeth, and he'd just be drinking it back. And then later, as the evening got on, he was more and more wasted. And then at one point, he just did a 180 in his wheelchair, looked me in the eye, and was like, "I'm fucked up." And I was thinking to myself, "You really are." And then the next day, I see him, and like, yeah, he wasn't looking too good then. He was parked up on the side, and he was just so hungover, bless him. I mean, we've all been there. I was feeling for him. It just makes me think like how lucky I am, and like I'm 42 now, and like I've got all my arms and all my limbs, and I can still walk, and I can still ride and skate, and like, yeah, I mean, it just brings it home how much you take for granted and stuff, really. So,
what's your favorite time since you've been over in America? Who's your best friend?
Joe Rich.
Why do fools fall in love?
Do you like women?
Yeah, of course.
Do you like guys?
I like hanging out with dudes, but like I'm not gay. You know, like I don't like them sexually. They don't do anything for me.
Would you consider? Would you? Do you think that? I don't know. Do you have a boyfriend?
No. People think that you're my boyfriend, but like no, we just like hang out together and we get on good.
So you wouldn't kiss on camera?
No.
I've never kissed a guy with a beard before.
You want to see me in action? I mean, I can just come out of a closet right now. I can give him a blowjob if you want. I mean, if you guys want to see it.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank, Mark?
Yeah, I guess I'd like to thank you for having me every time I come. Not having me, but like let me stay at your house. I'd like to thank S&M for all the years of like giving me bikes and just helping me out, and Ian Fall Down for like helping me out as well, and the guys at the source. Just anyone that lets me like ride the trails or whatever really. But yeah, thanks.